On to the US elections now. Has American media been defeated this election? Why are we asking that question? Because according to a report by NPR, on Monday, over 200,000 people cancelled their digital subscription of the Washington Post. Not just that, the publication also saw a flurry of resignations from journalists over its refusal to endorse a presidential candidate. And this, by the way, marks a notable shift for the Washington Post, which has historically endorsed candidates in every presidential election since 1988. Let's get you the details at this point. Last week, the Washington Post had announced its decision to not endorse a presidential candidate in the 2024 US election. Now, confirming this on Monday, Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon and the owner of the Washington Post, made the publication's stance official. The first time he has officially opened up about the principled decision. In an op-ed penned by Bezos, he stood by his decision to withdraw endorsements, citing it as a way to tackle perception of bias in media. Remember, a Gallup poll earlier ranked the media profession as the least trusted, even below Congress, beg your pardon. Now, as for the critics, such a decision was made out of concerns of a potential retaliation from Republican candidate Donald Trump should he win the election. Condemning the move, about 20 columnists wrote a counter view on the Post's website, calling its non-endorsement a terrible mistake, quote unquote, and one that meant abandoning fundamental editorial convictions. With over 200,000 people reportedly cancelling their digital subscription now, what would this mean for the news outlet that is reportedly already facing financial headwinds? The Post's stand begs a series of important questions. What's really behind the Post's stance? Is this really about tackling perception of bias, or is there more to all of this? Is this a terrible mistake, as the critics are labeling it? You see, among news outlets, endorsements of political figures are hardly uncommon. However, this time around, such endorsements have dropped considerably in number as compared to the previous elections. What's more, it also underscores distinct divides in American media perspectives. As per a Fox News report, only 80 media houses are backing Kamala Harris, while fewer than 10 are supporting Donald Trump. On your screen is a list of publications backing Harris. For instance, the New York Times endorsed Harris, calling her the only patriotic choice for president. Meanwhile, Trump has been endorsed by publications like the New York Post, the Washington Times, and Las Vegas Review Journal, with the New York Post labeling him the right choice. So what does this split in a way in media endorsements really indicate? Even as some outlets have clearly defined candidate preferences, why are some breaking with tradition? In the 2024 World Press Freedom Index compiled by Reporters Without Borders, US ranks 55th globally, a drop from 10 positions earlier. Besides growing distrust, the RSF also noted cases of local law enforcement raiding newsrooms in the US. Let's just take a step back. What does all of this mean for the fourth pillar of the world's oldest democracy? What does this mean for the future of the United States and its people? In fact, just a short while back, the 2024 Republican presidential nominee and former U.S. President Donald Trump spoke to reporters at his estate in Palm Beach, Florida. He basically attacked his presidential opponent, U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris, claiming that in less than 4 years, Harris has obliterated the U.S. borders and decimated the middle class and spread chaos across the world, among other such remarks targeting Harris. He further claimed that the Republican Party is leading in 7 U.S. states, and the spirit, according to him, is unbelievable. Here's an excerpt.
In less than 4 years, Kamala Harris has obliterated our borders, obliterated. We've never had a situation like this. Decimated the middle class, and runaway inflation has caused problems, the likes of which we never thought possible. Bloodshed, squalor to our cities is common, and they've unleashed a war and chaos All over the world, you take a look, everything's blowing up or getting ready to blow up. No respect for our country anymore, no respect for our leadership. No person has caused so much destruction and death at home and abroad.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.